Yo, burnout as an entrepreneur, probably one of the most important subjects. Quite ironic since I'm wearing a Coachella t-shirt and I'm on the beach in California, but I think it's quite important that people actually understand what burnout is, rather than saying you just need some time away on holiday. And yes, sometimes that's true, but I also think burnout is more to do with not progressing and just being stagnant as an entrepreneur and trying to grab everything straight away and get those instant results, whereas actually it's more about patience in terms of burnout is actually not progressing. And I think people use, oh, I need a holiday as an excuse, but you see some entrepreneurs that absolutely work their asses off, and that's because they never burn out, because they're progressing. But there's a lot of entrepreneurs that use excuses, or use the excuse of a burnout, I'm working too hard, but that's purely because they're not progressing, or purely because they're not setting the right goals and not actually looking at what they're doing. When I first had my agency a few years ago, I was progressing, but I also thought in my head, I'm not doing that well, but I actually was, because I wasn't looking at the profit and loss every month. I was too caught up in everyday life in terms of getting new clients, in terms of making more money, in terms of what I'm doing. And I was progressing, but I also thought I was burnt out, but I didn't actually realize I was progressing, which is an absolute fatal mistake. So now every month I sit down with my bookkeeper, my accountant, and say, have I actually progressed? And yes, we're progressing nicely, and that's actually make me a lot happier, and I don't burn out. And yes, it's all right for me to stay on the beach, but these holidays also help me get away from the daily routine, which is what I've talked about in the past, and how important that is to cut off that routine and start looking at your business from an outside rather than working inside it. So you probably heard the term working in your business rather than on it. Working in it, you're only going to get so far, and working on top of it means you're actually looking at everyone working in your business, and you can help progress the business forward, and the business isn't relying on you. You're steering the ship rather than being someone on the ship that's actually doing all the work on top of or in the ship, which is a pure mistake. And that is literally the one mistake of people struggle to grow. That's what happens when they can't physically do any more work. That's when you need staff, but people are so scared of hiring and the problems that come with it. But yeah, each to their own. There's a lot of people online that do make a heck of a lot of money just being themselves, having a couple of virtual assistants, and don't get me wrong, that's great. But for me, that's not something I wanted to do. I wanted to build a real business, and I wanted that going to work every day, because I found working at home really wasn't for me, and that was a complete burnout for me. And it felt like I wasn't progressing, because I was going into the study and I was just working and then going to bed, and vice versa, and you just keep going, rinse and repeat, and I wasn't actually seeing any growth. But now I can see new employees. We've gone through 3 offices in 4 years, I think. So yeah, I can see that growth in it. It's not burning me out so much. And yes, it is tiring being an entrepreneur, but I think burnout is just purely an excuse, but also it's just simply not progressing. So yeah, I think burning out as an entrepreneur is a great excuse, and it's just not progressing. So I just think it's so important now that you've got to have a look at yourself and be self-aware of how good you're doing or how you're not progressing, because it might be you're not progressing, but you've got to put that aside and be patient in terms of, look, every day you're progressing. If you're going towards your goal, in terms of if you're trying to build a website, you know, the building blocks are going up and up, so you're progressing. If you're trying to move up Google and you're going up Google 1 position every day, you're progressing. If you're trying to make more money every month, and you're progressing. Like, even if you're working so much, I still think that's progressing. If you're trying so hard and learning from other people and constantly improving yourself. But I also think progressing and burning out is not improving yourself as well, rather than, you know, going to the gym. You know, there's lots of people that go to the gym and they work out for 4 or 5 months. They see very mediocre progression, and then they reduce back to normal. You guys know, everyone knows, if you work out constantly you're going to see that progression. If you track all your macros, your diet, blah blah blah, and you drink lots of protein, blah blah blah, you're going to progress. But people aren't willing to put in the 7, 8, 12, 14, 16 months worth of work to see that improvement, because they just want that quick result. And that, again, they just think burning out is an excuse and just say, oh, the gym was too much for me, and it was affecting my personal and work life. Whereas for me, I won't talk about that in this video, but working out is so important to progress. Like, if I'm seeing improvements in my workouts, my body, my weight, everything that comes with it, I feel a lot better. I'm not burnt out. I feel release endorphins, etc. So I think just burning out is just purely an excuse. So drop your comments on this video, and I'll personally answer all of them and try and help you guys not burn out for any way, shape or form. Thank you.